What's up? What's up? Thanks, bro. We'll start soon. What's poppin'? You know I'm the man, hope. It ain't nothing cut that bitch off. What's up, bro? Yo, if you're tapping in on my Instagram, check my YouTube channel. I'm going live right now. What's up, guys? We'll get started in a couple minutes. It ain't nothing cut that bitch off. All right, we'll get started in like 2 minutes. You know I'm the man. What's up, guys? Hey, hey, hey. All right, should we start? Shall we start? What it do, man? All right, we'll start in 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. It's been going good, man. Been going good, bro. I'm about to share everything in this call, what I've been up to and stuff, so tap in. What it do, man? If you tapped it on my Facebook, go to my YouTube channel right now. We're going live. All right, we're going to start. Damn. Can't set up my phone right. All right, let's get it. Are you guys ready? Hit me with a 1 if you guys are ready to start. I want to see a few 1s before I get started. Okay, we're going to get started. Check in on my YouTube. If you're on my Facebook right now, hit my YouTube channel. I'm going live. All right. Yo, send me some 1s in the comments. All right, let's get it. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, we ready then? Okay. Okay, just letting you guys know that I'm going to be lagging a few seconds. So there's going to be a few seconds delay because obviously it's not like live. So it'll be a lag for a couple minutes. So like just bear with me. Just hit me in the comments if I start getting choppy and start like lagging out and shit. But other than that, we're about to get started now. All right. So... All right, straight into it. We're going into week 2 of this 100K challenge. Now this week I'm going to be discussing about marketing your product. So taking your product to market. So I'm assuming that if you guys are doing this challenge with me, you guys have picked your store out. You guys started making your your product. You picked your product out. You started making your store, and now you're kind of excited to get everything launched and start hitting the market with everything. So let's get straight into it then. You guys are all good with me? Everyone with me? All right, sweet. All right, looking good. So we're going to be discussing marketing angle this week. So what does your marketing angle entail? So obviously you want a name for your product to begin with. Don't go with any generic name. Like, don't just name your product whatever, like the obvious description of what the product is. That's like a lame way to go about it, and you're not going to get very far. So make sure you spend a lot of time naming your product properly. Make it a brand name, make it something clever, something related to your audience. Now, when you're developing your name, you want to keep who the audience is in mind. Like, who is it for? Who is the product for? So make sure you keep this in mind before you start naming it and developing your marketing angle. Now, the other thing you want to ask is, why will they buy it? Like, what is the big idea of your product? I'll give you guys an example of a big idea. So if you, for example, like, you guys know what a buffet is, right? And the big idea of a buffet is all you can eat. That's a very like in-your-face one-liner that describes the concept of like what a buffet is. So you want to do the same thing for your product. What is that one-liner that is going to hit home to that audience? Like, what's the big idea of your product? And then after that, you want to ask, does the product that you're selling, does it solve a problem? And why is it a wow product? Like, what causes it to have that wow factor? And if it solves a problem, what problem is it solving? Like I gave the example last week to you guys, that wrinkle dryer bra, it solves the problem of like not having wrinkly clothes. So that's a problem-solving product. So try think of like what problems your product solves and why it's a wow product. And now you want to also have a look at the competition. Now, if you found other competitors selling your product and stuff, you want to see what they're doing. Like, what is the big idea that they're trying to convey? What is the problem they're trying to like propose the solution to? And like, what are they doing to make it a wow factor product? So what is the competition doing? And also have a look at what the offer that they propose is. Like, what are the different offers out there in the marketplace, and how can you come in a little bit different to the competitors at the moment? Let me know if you guys are with me. I'm just going to wait for everyone to catch up. Just hit me with number 2 in the chat if you guys are with me still. What's up? If you guys are tapped in on my Facebook, hit my YouTube channel right now. I'm going live. I'm sharing my screen and everything. So hit my YouTube channel. I posted the link on my timeline. Yes, sir. You guys are with me. All right, continuing on. Now, extracting the benefits and features of your product. This is something very important, and this is something you definitely want to do before you launch your product. So what does this all mean? What is benefits and features? Benefits, essentially, it is what does it do for the potential customer? And these are the primary points that you want to drive for your product. For example, that knee strap that I showed you guys last week, the benefit of that product is it helps people lift heavier and also protects their knees. It's benefiting the product. And the difference between a benefit and a feature is just a component or an attribute of your product. For example, that knee strap, it's made from high strength Velcro. That is a feature. So with that in mind, you want to develop this chart that I've illustrated here. On the left-hand side, you want to write down all the features of that product. And on the right, you want to take that feature and turn it into a benefit. So if the feature is high quality Velcro, what is the benefit for the customer? It might be more secure like weight or something, like more secure hold. Another example could be like, if it's BPA free, then the benefit might be like it's no toxic, reduce your toxic waste or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So the benefit is always what the customer gets out of that, like, and then the feature is like just components of that product. Is that clear? Do you guys have any questions around benefits and features? Any questions? What's up, guys? If you guys are on my Facebook, tap into my YouTube right now. I'm going live. I'm sharing my screen. All right, let people catch up. All right, I'm going to continue on now. So selling your product with one line. Now, this is that foolproof marketing formula that I was hinting to you guys. So you really want to pay attention to this slide right now. So sell your product with one line. Now, you want to come up with one simple and short line to communicate your big idea to the selected audience. Okay, and I gave you guys that example before. The knee strap for gym is squat heavier with these. It's just one simple punchy line that drives the big idea home. Okay, you don't want to overcomplicate it. You want to make it as simple as possible. Like I gave you guys that example of the buffet, it's all you can eat. That's that one line here. So what is it for your product? The wrinkle dry brawl, no more ironing your clothes. That's that one line big idea. Now you want to come up with at least 5 one-liners and trim down to your best one as the headline text in your listing, okay? I'm going to give you guys an example of this. So that knee strap that I showed you, prevent knee injury and instantly improve your lifts. This is that one-liner that I nailed it down to after coming up with like 5 or 6 really good one-lines. Okay, so you want to really just spend some time in doing this exercise and just hash out like that one line that you're going to use, because this is very important once you hit the market. Okay, with it. You guys are with it. Okay, cool. All right. Shout out to Baby King. All right. Back to it. So your product listing, these are the essential things that you need on your product listing before you start advertising, okay? So write this down, screenshot this if you need to. So your product name, obviously, your price and your offer. Your images, is the big idea communicated easily? Your benefits, your features, your shipping, secure and trustworthiness, like on your site, like is it outlining like does it have guarantee stamps? Are you outlining your shipping times? Does your site look trustworthy? And does your product listing look congruent and speak congruently? The messaging, is it the same as your ad? And this is very important. Your product listing and your video or your image or your ad copywriting needs to be not identical, but congruent, conveying the same message, okay? The reason for this is actually it creates a subconscious kind of like disconnect within customers if they see an ad and then it's speaking a different message to what they read on the website when they land on it. So for example, if my ad is saying that you can lift heavier while squatting, but then once you go onto the website and then the headline is something like protect your knees, there's a disconnect there. It's not congruent. So you want to communicate the same marketing message throughout, okay? Now, before we move along, I'm going to give you guys an example of my product listing so you can just see what it looks like in the flesh. Okay, so I'm using the same knee strap as an example here. So you can see the headline that I use, prevent knee injury and instantly improve your lifts. Very simple one-liner that hits the big idea home, okay? And now I've got like security trust badges under my Buy It Now button. You don't need this, but it kind of just creates some sort of trust on your website, I guess. It kind of looks more official. And now straight after the headline, you can see I've just done the main benefits here. These are all benefits. Look at it. Increased performance. That's a big benefit, right? And then explaining that you can increase your lift performance of 5 to 10%. Direct mechanical assistance, another big benefit, okay? Not a feature, it's a benefit. Knee wraps store energy on the downward phase of your squat, so the energy is stored in the elastic, allowing you to shoot up from the bottom of the squat. You can lift with confidence, another benefit, okay? Tightly wrapped knees improve your feeling of security, which in turn encourages you to use maximum effort, okay? Another benefit here, lessen injury risk, okay? Another one, improve kinesthetic awareness. Now, what you want to do, like me, you want to stack up all your benefits, okay? Stack up all your benefits because you're selling the product here. You don't want to like half sell your product. You want to fucking sell it, okay? You want this person on the website to go and fucking buy the product. So you're selling the shit, okay? No wishy-washy, like you don't leave anything up to chance, okay? So big headline, benefits, stack up the benefits. As you can see, I don't have any features here. I don't say, oh, this thing is like durable. I don't say it's fucking made from whatever material. I don't say it's like heavyweight, none of that shit. Customers don't care about features as much. They care about what it's going to do for them, okay? They care about the benefits. So you want to drive the benefits home and you want to stack them up on your listing. And now I've got here like just an explanation of how it works, just for because you want to make your product listing kind of foolproof. You kind of want to make it idiot proof, and you kind of want the person on your page to kind of be sold and kind of fully understand the product, so they don't have any hesitation to buy. So I've got a quick explanation of how it works, some scientific graph here to make it look more official, I guess. And now down the bottom, I start talking about the features. You know, I've got like the high quality fabric, adjustable straps. These are all secondary things. So put the features at the bottom of your listing, okay? Okay, see, these are all my features. And I've just got some extra information here. And then I've got also like what's inside the pack, what's inside your order, because you want to be clear about what you're actually delivering to the customer, okay? Okay, and yeah, that's my product listing example in a nutshell. Let's see if you guys are with me. Christian Shaw, can you also briefly go over suggested apps for Shopify? Let me do that at the end of the call, okay? Stay with me to the end. I'm going to go through all my apps that I use. Okay, now we got that down pat. We're moving on to creating ads, okay? This is the fun part, or the difficult part, however you want to look at it. So there's a few ways about going about creating ads. You can use image ads, you can use video ads, you can use carousel ads. These are probably the top 3 types of ads that I go with. And now with all your ads, you want to make it a scroll stopper. What does that mean? Essentially, when people are scrolling through their newsfeed, you want something that's going to stop them from scrolling and stop on your ad and read it. So how do you do that? Obviously, you want it to stand out. Like, you don't want it to look like every other thing that's on people's news feeds, okay? You want it to pop. And there's a few psychological tricks that you can do to cause a scroll stop. And I'm going to just share with you guys one really proven method on how to do this. Use an image of a person looking directly at you. So frontal shot of someone looking at you, just their from their shoulders up is fine. That is one way you can do a scroll stopping thumbnail or image, okay? It's just psychological. When someone sees someone looking at them, they tend to stop. Another way to do a scroll stopper is to use poppy colors, like really like stand out, like bright colors that just pops out. Okay, that's going to cause another scroll stop as well. Okay, now another important factor you add is you want it to be engaging and you want it to have a viral factor, okay? And now for it to be engaging and viral, essentially you don't want it to be too salesy. It's not just like an infomercial ad, for example. Like those ones don't tend to do too well on social media. They don't really engage and they don't really go viral. So you don't want an ad that's just selling the product and it's just really dry, really boring, all about the product and just like talking about like little features of the product and shit like that. Like you don't want to do that. That's a bad ad. What you want to do is you want to make something that looks like an organic viral ad, okay? So you would have seen some of these on your newsfeed in the past. Essentially, like some examples of viral ads, they have a message that says, like up the top says, "Oh my God, I need this," or like tag a person that might need this, and then the footage is like shots of like all these different people using it and like people like really liking this product, and like just it shows that like it's kind of like viral, and it's more than like someone just selling the product. It's like other people saying that the product is good. Hey guys on my Facebook, what's up? Tap in on my YouTube. if you're not following with me right now. Yeah, so you want something that's engaging and viral, okay? So less infomercially. So do not just rip competitor videos, because Facebook's actually really smart. So if you just see an ad from a competitor and you rip it off and you launch it yourself, chances are you're going to see really high CPMs, and the ad delivery is going to be really poor, okay? The poor, because Facebook is smart, they'll recognize it and they'll be like, oh well, this is the same ad that's also running on another page already, that's performing really well on another page. So I'm not going to optimize it for these guys because it's already running on another page. That's how Facebook thinks. So if you just rip competitor videos off, you're not going to get very far. You want to at least just chop it up and make your own version, okay? Using other people's footage. And with that said, you want the messaging. You want it, like I mentioned before, you want it to be the same as what's communicated in the product listing. So for me, my process is I would do the product listing first and have a message like down pat, and then I would use that to develop my ad, because that way I'm using the same messaging in the same format as what I would do in the ad and the product listing. Okay, so that's just a little trick that I do to keep the messaging congruent between the product listing and the ad itself. And the next, I'll give you a couple minutes to catch up, guys. Shout out to Young Thug. Okay, moving along. Now, with all that said, the next thing is you want to come up with your offer. And your offer you don't want your offer to be lame, okay? You want it to be really kind of like wow, like something that people will just turn heads and kind of like pay attention to, okay? So something like an offer that's really kind of just outdated, and what everyone is doing at the moment online is like, you would have seen a lot of dropshippers just go 50% off today, free shipping or something. And those type of offers used to work really well, but the thing is, like, these stupid dropshippers can't really think for themselves. So it eventually became a thing where like everyone just started doing the same offer, 50% off and free shipping. Like, it's a dead giveaway now that like if you do that same offer, chances are you're probably a shit like newbie dropshipper. So you want to be creative with your offer, okay? And the way to do this is you want to look at your competition. So if your competition is selling the same product as you or a similar product, you want to pay attention to the offer that they're currently running. What is the offer that they're running, and how can you present a fresh offer to the market, okay? So if your competition is running a 50% off plus free shipping offer on your product, you don't want to do the same one. You either want to do something a bit creative, okay? So either do something like $10 off your first order, or even 60% off, or even 20% off, or you use a unique discount coupon, or do like a buy one, get one free, or just think of different offers that are going to be different to the competition, okay? And now after you developed your offer, you want to incorporate it in your call to action, okay? Your ads, if it needs anything, it needs a call to action. If your ad does not have a call to action, then it is not a good ad, okay? A call to action always drives the person viewing the ad to the next phase of the funnel. So you want them to be directed to either your website or wherever you want to take them to, okay? You're calling them to take an action after they've watched or read your ad, okay? So the most obvious way to do a call to action is just say, special offer for this week only, click the link in the post to buy yours now, or something like that. That's just an example of a call to action. And obviously, like, you guys might be thinking like, oh, that's obvious, right? Like, I don't need to tell customers that. But the thing is, you guys got to treat it like these customers are fucking stupid, okay? And you got to kind of like walk them through every step of the process. So you want to state the obvious, like, and you don't want to leave anything out. So if you leave your call to action out, you're leaving out a big chunk of like what the point of your ad is supposed to do, like what your ad is supposed to do for the person viewing it. So make sure you put it in a call to action, okay? It's very important. And now with your ads, the messaging is key. As I've kind of explained to you guys over the last couple of weeks, I believe the messaging, the marketing angle, is the most effective and the most important part of launching your product, okay? So messaging is key. You have to write effective ad copy as well as creative. You can't just do like shitty ad copy thinking you'll get away with just a good image or a good video. Like, no, you need to pay attention to the ad copy as well, just as important as the image or the video you're producing. Now you want to test 2 to 3 variations of your ad to start. Okay, so for me, I would like to, like if I'm running a video ad, I'll do like 2 variations of the video and maybe like 1 image. And then I'll use those 3 ads to launch that one product. Okay, you don't want to just hit the market with 1 ad. You're kind of like not giving yourself a good chance if you do that. Okay, so have at least 2 or 3 variations of your product ad before you take it to market. Okay, people still with me? Yeah, sweet. Moving along. Now, Christian, I know you asked me like what apps I use. These aren't apps, but these are tools that I use to create my ads. Okay, so say you're not like a professional video editor or like a photographer or like someone that doesn't really know how to use like Photoshop or anything like that, like myself. There's different tools online that you can use to kind of make your job easier when creating ads. So here are some apps that I use to develop my videos and image ads. Animoto, it's a Animoto.com. It's a video editing software that's all done through the web browser. It's kind of like Canva for videos. So you just drag and drop footage and you just yeah, you can create captions and stuff using Animoto. Lumen 5 is the same as Animoto, it's just their competitor. Canva is just for images or like short moving graphics and stuff like that. So like doing image ads and like doing like posters and stuff, I use Canva. And Splice is a video editing tool for your phone. Like if you don't want to use your desktop, you can do it on your phone using Splice or something like that. So here are some tools that I use. I personally use Animoto to make my videos. And I use Canva for my image ads. So here are some tools that you guys can use as well. Okay. Advertising channels. You guys probably know this already, but I just want to say this again, just in case no one knows what the fuck is going on. Okay, so advertising channels, Facebook ads, is what I use. And so this is like completely up to you, like what channel you want to use. Essentially, like remember how I said to you guys last week, the name of the game is finding a channel to find an audience to buy your product. So you can choose whatever channel to find that audience. For me, I'm going to go through like the pros and cons of each channel, and you guys can decide for yourself what you want to use, okay? So Facebook ads, the good thing about Facebook ads is you can scale fast, okay? So say you have like a winning product, then you can scale that bitch fast as hell. And that's how pretty much essentially how I was able to go from 0 to 100 real quick just by using Facebook ads and being able to scale. And the other good thing about Facebook ads is it's consistent. Generally, you're going to see the same amount of revenue day in, day out, okay? Generally speaking, I mean, it's still business at the end of the day. Like nothing is guaranteed, but like Facebook ads is probably one of the most consistent platforms for ad delivery that you can use. Okay, and some of the cons of Facebook ads, obviously, it's hard to kind of learn. It's hard to get a hold of. Like even me, after a few years, like there's still times where I kind of fucking get stuck on certain things with Facebook ads. So there's a lot to it with Facebook ads, and it's a big skill to learn. But once you learn it, it's definitely worth it. Like it's so lucrative that like it's something that you want to invest in if you want to take this whole e-commerce thing seriously. Okay, the next channel you can use is Instagram shoutouts. Okay, this one takes less risk. Sorry, like it's less risk, less probably money up front to do Instagram shoutouts and stuff. Which is a pro, but the other thing is it's sporadic. Like it's not as consistent as Facebook ads. You'll probably only generally see sales around the day of the shout out, or like a day or two after that shout out you do. Whereas Facebook ads, you're running ads every day, so you're seeing consistent sales every day. Whereas Instagram, it's like short spikes here and there, and you have to kind of just do shout outs every time to be consistent. Okay. But the other con about Instagram shoutouts is like it's not as scalable. Like you can't scale as efficiently or as effectively as Facebook ads. But it's also very easy to get into, and it's not very much. There's not much to it. It's easy to learn. So a lot of beginners like to use Instagram shoutouts to kind of like get the ball rolling. The next channel is Google SEO. This is more like a long-term investment, and it's a slow start. So it's not something I recommend you invest all your kind of eggs into, because it's a very slow start and there's a lot to it for it to build up, and you're not going to see the amount of revenue as you would using the other channels. So Google SEO is definitely something really good and something you should work on, but I would probably suggest to work on it in the background, because it's not going to be your main channel. Okay, it'll be good for you later on. Email marketing as well. This is something you want to implement once you have customers, obviously. Like if you don't have customers, there's not much email marketing that you can do. But say you have a big database to work with, you want to start implementing email marketing. It's a very cheap way to get sales. Obviously, you don't spend on advertising. It's just honing in on your current customers and your email list. So this is very lucrative if you can use it correctly. And now everything kind of just depends on your budget and your willingness to learn. Okay, Facebook ads is hard to master, but it's the most lucrative in my opinion. And that's why I've stuck with it for so long. And that's why I was so determined to learn it at the start and not kind of invest in these other channels as much, because it's so scalable. Okay, so that's just something to think about, guys, choosing your advertising channel to begin with. Okay, so how are we going along? Yo, let me see some threes in the chat if you guys are still with me. What's up? If you guys are on my Facebook, tap in on my YouTube right now. I'm going live. I'm sharing my screen and shit. Alright, give me some threes in the chat. Yo, you fools still with me or what? Alright, 3, 3, 3. Alright, we're getting some threes. Alright, I'm gonna keep going then. Alright, we're gonna keep going. So I'm gonna give you guys my week 1 update, okay? This is what I've been up to since last Wednesday. So I actually created 2 stores. I've launched 3 products. You guys probably seen my other post as well. I had my ad account disabled twice, so that's a fucking headache. Out of the 3 products I've been testing, I killed one of them. One was just kind of not seeing any hope. One of them I'm closely watching at the moment. It's not a clear winner for me yet, so I'm still watching it. And one product I'm still testing is still too new. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. So this week I'm going to test more products, and I'm going to create sequences for my potential products. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing for this week. I'm going to give you guys my updated progress. So this is just a screenshot of week 1 since last Wednesday. Obviously the numbers aren't that flattering, considering I had my fucking ad account banned. I haven't found a clear winner yet, but as soon as I find a winner, best believe I'm gonna scale that bitch fast. So this number, you're gonna see a few zeros to this bitch as soon as I find a winning product and start scaling it. So that's my week 1 screenshot, guys. That's what I've been up to this week. Obviously I've done $432. I probably spent that on weed, whatever. Okay, and now I'm gonna just do some Q&A so you guys can ask me questions. All right, Q&A, guys. Oh, yeah, the apps. Okay, Christian, I'm going to tell you guys, what was the question again? Can you also briefly go over the suggested apps for Shopify? Okay, so suggested apps for Shopify, starting out, you don't need much. You really don't need much, okay? I'll show you guys the apps that I'm using, even like... So I've got a few stores running at the moment. This is just the fitness store that I showed you guys earlier. I'm only running a handful of apps on this, and half of them I don't think I really even use, okay? So auto currency switcher is something you want because it kind of like converts the person's currency, like depending on their location. So if your theme doesn't support that, there's a separate app called auto currency switcher, or there's a few other ones as well you can use. I think this one's free too, so install that. Conversion Plus is just for, I think I use this to put like a message in the checkout to say like, buy an extra one and get a further discount on the checkout page. Free trust badges, that's like the security badges I showed you before on my listing. Frequently bought together, this is something you want to do to kind of boost your AOV once you start having a few products on your store. So this is what it does for you. And probably like 1 out of 6 people would take this frequently bought together bundle, which is pretty good. Oberlo is what I use to import products through AliExpress and also fulfill products through AliExpress. Pixel Conversion Pro is, if you guys don't know how to install your Facebook pixel properly on your Shopify, there's YouTube videos that explain how to do it. But for me, I'm kind of lazy. And this was a store that I kind of just wanted to create really quick. So I just installed this app called Pixel Conversion Pro, and it easily installs your Facebook pixel for you. The cons about this though, like the downside with this is it's not compatible with a few apps. So make sure if you're using this, you're not using other apps that are gonna like fuck it up, okay? If you go on their website, it'll give you a list of not compatible apps. Reconvert post-purchase upsell. I'm not using this at the moment, so I'm probably going to delete it. Bundle upsell is just like cross-sells and upsells. I don't think I really use this, and I'm probably going to delete it because the free trial is kind of up. Social proof urgency bar. This is just something you don't need, but it just pops up saying like someone bought this item, kind of for like social proof and shit. So yeah, these are all my apps. I don't really use too many apps. With Facebook ads, what's the best approach? Go straight for conversion, or, hey, DJ Horizon, watch that video I put up yesterday on launching your first Facebook ad campaign. And yes, I do go for straight conversions to begin with. Don't worry about doing top funnel, bottom funnel stuff. I'm going to elaborate on that shit later on down the track once you guys found a winning product, okay? But for now, since we're just testing, you want to do conversion and optimize for like either add to cart or like initiate checkout or purchase, okay? Go straight for conversion when testing. Han Premium, do you have a recommended amount of ad spend when getting started? Yes, I do. It depends on the price of your product and what you're selling it for. So Han, if you're selling a product that's $50, right? And it's costing you $15 to buy it and ship it to them, you have essentially a $35 margin, right? Until you break even or start losing money, right? So that I would use that formula for my ad spend. Knowing how much money I have until I get to the point of losing money, I would use that as my daily spend. So for example, if my max cost per acquisition is $15, my ad set budget would be $15. Okay? Terrence, I'm trying to sell this portable nebulizer that it helps with breathing. It's like a powered inhaler. What kind of targeting do you think I could do for Facebook ads? Yeah, that's a good one. Given that, like, well, you need to tailor, as I said in the call, Terrence, you need to tailor your product for the audience you have in mind already. So portable nebulizer, that's cool, but that could be applied to so many different people, right? With your marketing angle, try speak to one group of audience that will be interested in that. So a way you can formulate your marketing angle, just as an example, you can go for like people that are into like aromatherapy, and make it more like an aromatherapy like look, like branded product, and target aromatherapy, you know, essential oils and shit like that. Sick Chalk, what is your policy on returns? So I do this a little bit differently to what most dropshippers will tell you. I know a lot of dropshippers, they kind of tell you to like minimize your returns and like obviously it's fucking shit to get returns and stuff, right? But I'll give you guys a cool psychological trick. Actually, the bigger the guarantee is, the less likely they will be to take it up. So a lot of people, they give like a 30-day return guarantee, 60-day return guarantee. All that stuff is like pretty good. I take it even a fucking step further. I offer them a whole year guarantee. And the reason for that is, like I said, the more longer your guarantee is, the less likely they will be to take it up. It's reverse psychology, and it's kind of like probably against like your instincts, but it works. So my thing is I offer 12 months. You guys don't have to do that, obviously. Just I would probably start with like 30 days or something, whatever you guys are safe with. But I like to be kind of like, I like to exaggerate my guarantee because I want them to kind of not think twice about purchasing through me. And I do honor my 12-month guarantee. Have you used CJ dropshipping? I heard that delivery time is faster. Yeah, CJ is good. Use CJ if you can, if like your products are on there. The thing with CJ is they won't have all your products. But another good one is like Zendrop. Zendrop is a competitor of CJ. There's a few out there, man. There's a few out there. But like I said, you can just start with AliExpress, or if you have an agent, that's even better as well. What's up, guys on Facebook? Um, any questions for my Facebook viewers right now? How do I go to my chat? All right. What dimension do you use for your ad creatives? I go with my ad creatives. I like to produce square creatives. So I do like 1200 by 1200, I think it is. But you can do whatever, like, especially if you're testing different placements to start. Like desktop placements, you want to use like the rectangle dimension, and if you're using mobile, like the vertical one, there's a good article. I think you can just Google like dimensions for Facebook ads, and they'll give you guys like a template. There's articles like all over YouTube on like what dimensions you should use. But I go with square. To answer your question, I go with square. How do you go about getting an agent? You really have to. There's no real proven method on how to get an agent. You kind of just got to go ask around. I found mine through just posting in different groups online, asking friends, messaging different suppliers on AliExpress. Yeah, you just got to hustle that one, man. I can't give you a clear cut way on how to get an agent. You got to hustle. Yeah. Do you think social proof is important? I think it's not necessary. I mean, it helps, but it's not essential. Like, yeah, it's not essential. It's just like an extra step you can do to kind of make it better, but it's not going to dramatically like affect your conversions, I think. So not essential. Sweet. Any other questions I missed? I'm trying do you guys have any questions about like your product or like the marketing angle for your product or even launching your product? Next week, I'm going to be delving into Facebook ads a lot more, so get ready for that one. But if you guys have any other products now, I'm happy to answer like anything regarding Facebook ads, dropshipping, e-commerce, whatever. We got another 5 minutes or so. Regarding an agent, can you also try Upwork, post a job? Yeah, Upwork you probably could. I don't know if that's the right place to look for agents though. Like Upwork is more for like virtual assistants and stuff. For agents, you want to look at more like Alibaba or like Taobao or like AliExpress or like kind of like trade websites, or even just groups on Facebook or whatever. Like, yeah. You kind of just want to like think outside the box with that one. But in regards to Upwork, I've never tried finding an agent through Upwork. I've only used Upwork to find virtual assistants, but I'm sure you can give it a go for sure. Yeah, yeah. What's up, guys? If you checked in on my Facebook, I'm live on on my YouTube right now for week 2. All right, I think that's about it. Hey, which supplier have you had best experience with? So with my suppliers, I kind of like to stick to only a couple suppliers, and kind of develop relationships with them. I don't like to work with too many different suppliers unless I have to, like unless I'm testing new products out and my supplier doesn't have that product, then I go ahead and find suppliers on AliExpress to work with. But yeah, generally speaking, testing products, I go through AliExpress. I just find suppliers on AliExpress and hit them up, or just start kind of developing a relationship with people on AliExpress. How many hours Would you invest in your business every day, week? Okay, that's a tricky question. How many hours? Yo, bro, to be honest, man, I fucking live this shit, man. I'm doing this like morning since like obviously I don't do this 24/7, but like from the moment I wake up, my whole day is just about this. Like I might spend a couple hours here and there going for a walk or like smoking weed or like eating food and shit, but like, hey, bro, I'm out here, I'm grinding, man. I'm on my computer from morning till night. I don't even know what time. I don't even count the hours, bro. I don't even count the hours, my G. But I mean, to answer your question, realistically, you want to try at least give it like 5 hours a day to begin with, right? Um, but I really just believe in the philosophy that like what you put in is what you get out. Like the more you put in, the more you're gonna get out. The universe just tends to work like that for me. What's your plan with branding? Are you starting off with a general niche store and eventually developing a brand niche? Yeah, so actually, that's a really good question, Christian. I started with a general store. So my store is very general, and I am planning to niche down once I find a winner. So once I find a winner, I'm gonna make it a niche store. So say if I find like a winner in the baby niche, for example, I'm gonna probably go ahead and create a baby store separately. And then in terms of branding the product, I won't go to branding the product unless it's a clear winner for me and I've already generated 5 figures on that product. Then I would probably see if it's worth making more money with that product. I'd go ahead and private label it, brand it, maybe even make like a one product store and so on. My IG is SojuBoy3G. I'll type it here for you. Um, Yeah, Christian, the reason why I don't invest in branding to begin with is because if you're a little bit experienced in this game, Christian, you'll realize that like not every product that you launch is going to be a winner. There's still an element of testing involved. So the reason why I wanted to create a general store is because I want room to create different. I want room to test different types of products before I niche down. I don't want to limit myself straight off the bat without the data. So I want to keep it general, test different types of products, and once I find a winner, then I will make that store more tailored for that winning product. Hi, Edwina. I'm live on my YouTube for week 2, showing my screen and stuff. But I'm doing Q&As right now. If you have any questions, okay, we'll give it 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna check out and fucking make some food, bro, because I'm hungry. Okay, I think that's it. Thanks for tapping in, guys. Like I said, next week we're going to get knee deep into Facebook ads. I actually wrote the whole 9-week map out for you guys, so you can just have a look. But essentially, what it will be next week, we're doing setting up Facebook, business manager intro to ads, creating Facebook page, and launching your ads and stuff. So and a lot more to it. So next week, tap in. Um, that's going to be week 3. Week 4, we're going to do like testing ads and interest targeting, learning funnel optimization, your learning your numbers and all that kind of stuff. Week 5, we're going to talk about optimizing your AOV, tweaking funnels and all that kind of shit. Week 6, we're going to do lookalike audiences, scaling, hiring VAs. Week 7, we're talking about building a product launching system, building a team, testing new products. Week 8, we're talking about Instagram and email marketing and other channels and private labeling. Week 9, yeah, there's so much, man. You guys need to tap in. Um, Hi, Stassi. Sorry, I'm late. That's okay, Edwina. I think there should be a re-recording of this. Like, hopefully it recorded, so I'll upload it again. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, everyone that tapped in. Thanks, Han. Thanks, KVN. Thanks, JJ. Yes, the full video is gonna be up on my YouTube, given that like I can do this replay shit. Hopefully it recorded. Hey. Um, Thank you. Hi, Stas. Do you have a LLC to run a Shopify store? Hey, Alvin, so I don't know where you live, but say if you're from Australia and you don't have a business registered or anything yet, it's all good. If you're doing below $70,000 in revenue, you should be straight. But once you start doing over 70,000 in revenue, you want to register like your company, make everything official. Will I be able to watch this from the start? Sorry, meeting ran way over time. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Hopefully it recorded. Even if it didn't, I'm gonna re-record it anyway. Say that like I can't replay this live shit, then I'll re-record it. What's up, Mark? Okay. Thanks, man. Thanks, JJ. Hi, Anastasia. Thanks, guys. If you guys have any other questions, just hit my line, hit me privately. I'm happy to help. I'll be available all today to answer questions and to help you guys with your product. If you guys want to ask me anything or ask me for my feedback on your product or your store, just hit me up. I'm also going to be probably starting a private group now for people that are actually doing this, so we can do like, like more kind of like I don't know. I can help you guys more hands-on. Shit, I don't know where my words are today. My bad. All right, that's it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tapping in. See you guys next week. Screwed.